Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tigers Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Schulte, and this is going to be a video that is... This is a tough one to make. And it's tough because, unfortunately, the Tigers have finally proved me right. And what I mean by that is that I have told everybody since the beginning of June, since the middle of May, that this Tigers team was not going to make the playoffs. I have said it over and over and over again. They had an opportunity to prove me wrong this last week. They had an opportunity to take care of some very serious business that needed to be taken care of this week. And while it's great that they finally won a game against Cleveland, it's great that they finally won a series against Cleveland, they only won a series. They're down 7-2 in the season series. 7-2. 13 games. Guess who's winning that season series? Cleveland. Guess what happens if Detroit is lucky enough to be tied for the third wildcard spot with Cleveland with the exact same record? Cleveland goes on, Detroit goes home. Oh well, 2-1. You can come in, you can play the White Sox. You're down 2.5 games to the White Sox for first place. You're in second place. You're 2.5 games out of first. You could sweep the series and be in first place in the division and not have to worry about any of that. I am sitting here on Sunday afternoon. At the time of this recording, it is 4:37 on Sunday, August 16th, 2026, and the Chicago White Sox have just finished a 3-game sweep of the Detroit Tigers. A 3-game sweep. There needed to be a series sweep in this homestand, but it needed to be the Tigers that did it. They were well on their way on Tuesday. They beat Cleveland 6-4. Then they lost the season series on Wednesday by a 6-4 margin. Then they took the series on Thursday. So you're 2-1. You're 2.5 games out. You're in the wild card, the third wild card spot, because of your season series win against Texas, who you happen to be tied with. After Thursday's action, you both had identical 60 and 61 records. But because you won that season series, you were in the third wild card spot. You were ready. If they had started the playoffs on Friday, you'd be in. But then Chicago comes to town and absolutely beats you. Just beats you. Outright beats the Detroit Tigers. There wasn't a game where, one play the wrong way, one play this way, one play. Oh, no. They outworked you. They outpitched you. They outhit you. They played better defense. They ran the bases better. They beat you. The Tigers got absolutely beaten this weekend. Oh, well, It was 4-3 yesterday and 7-5 today. It was 9-5 on Friday. And you know what? Detroit had a lead on Friday. They lost. Detroit lead yesterday. They lost. Detroit had a lead today. They lost. Chicago's bullpen was better. Chicago's offense was better. Every single thing that Chicago did was better than the Tigers. Now what's coming up this week? You got Pittsburgh for 3. You got Kansas City for 3. Then you come home to the Tampa Bay Rays and the LA Dodgers. And apparently, it looks like Tarik Skubal is going to be pitching for the Dodgers. And now, Toronto has the same record that you do. Yep, the Toronto Blue Jays are actually, depending on what happens today, ahead of you in the wild card race. You were 2.5 games back. You are now 5.5 games back. You are actually in third place after today. This is not a playoff team. This is not a playoff team. This is not a team that beats good teams. Oh, they went into New York and swept the Yankees. Yeah. They went into Tampa and swept the Rays. Okay. That's 3 games. Those games didn't mean anything. You had 6 games that your season depended on, and you lost 4 of them. Why? Because you're a below average team. Why? Because you can't execute. Your pitchers can't make pitches. Your hitters can't hit when the chips are down. You do not have any clutch players on this team. You don't. Oh, well, Riley Green was hurt. Yeah, Riley Green was hurt. So what? You play on. Next man up. Oh, sure. Sorry, my cat's bothering me. The kid that they called up, Brett Callahan, he looked good today. First pitch, triple, 2 runs scored. Hey, go figure. Detroit had a lead. This is a bad team, folks. I keep saying it. This is a bad team. Oh, we're a good team with a bad record. No, you're not, AJ. You're a bad team. You are a bad team. You have hitters that can't hit in the clutch. You have pitchers that can't execute. And you, in calling your game, in calling the game, don't seem to understand, hey, guess what? The Chicago White Sox know how to hit a fastball. Not only that, but the Chicago White Sox know how to hit fastballs a long way. Well, you can't stray away from it. No, you can't. But you can throw it in better advantage counts. You got to get to advantage counts to throw it and have it be effective. And your pitchers couldn't do that. This is a bad team. When the chips are down, when the games are important, this team doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. Stick a fork in them, folks. They're done. If you want to get in touch with the show, you can. TigersBaseballPodcast@gmail.com. It's the world's longest email address. I'm proud of that. You can also get in touch with me on Mastodon, at TB Podcast, at tweezcake.social. You can catch me on Twitter at Podcast Tigers. You can also get a hold of me on this YouTube channel. Leave a comment. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how there's 38 games left and a lot can happen in 38 games. Detroit needs to go 26-12 to make the playoffs. That puts them at 86 wins. Detroit needs to go 26-12. They're not going to do it. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch up with you next week. Until then, go Tigers.